ki khubor ka bate se TV. Lawan Rashapi da ka Frank Yamaha. Visit Yamaha showroom for big discount and very low down payments only this August. Don't miss out. Contact 96129 51198 or 96129 51298.
Hadinburg Executive Committee Joga Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council Krakotsgo Bha Yurat Kajilla Berwanjungok Kai Yaka Heritage Village Hamau Plang Berkumjuru Yaka Lau Kentang Hamau Plang Ulat Kajilla CH Vijaya Shankar Ulakular Yaka Kenhun Jengki MDC Benyalam Yaki Shakoch Kebadan South India Nakalyang Ulat Kajilla CH Vijaya Shankar Alit ru ban yuk kejar syapok jang lau kentang hagi jin sendalang CM ke HADC bat KEM kumju ru ke bemi khmat nag hima mau plang lor ki wepan hagi ni ke jing le ban yuk kejar ya lau kentang ulat ke jelau la yuk ru ke jing tip sepangani ke lau kentang da ke jing batai ki nong lam lenti bar hadim la dat ban mi lau kentang ulat ke jelau ulit pat ban jurup sia ke Heritage Village hamau plang Haba Ajingran Hakasi Heritage Village ulat kejela ulit ho bagi beri ke biet ya ke mai Mariang ke de ne ke jai bendrio adivasi bakani ke jilong jingman hapo ke ne ke jakaru kolong kumju bakaya seriam bah Shushu ulat kejela la penpau bukloi benyala mu chief executive member ke HADC bade ke kin hon jong u shikoch benyo ihi ya ke jinglong jingman bakaru kom em bakabam ke diru kolong thik kumju kumbah ke jela Meghalaya
Culture and tradition of the Khasi community, and you have seen, sir, all these traditional huts. These represents those local ilakas or himas. In the Khasi Hills, we have 54 himas, ilakas, and we cannot accommodate all the 54 himas here, so we have only 12 to 13 himas, just to showcase how they make house or hut in their respective himas. So we have the Hima Malay, Hima Sora, and this Hima Howal, and then Hima Nongklau, all these huts. And once a year, the district council used to plan to have one festival that is, we call it the Monolith Festival, where we showcase our rich culture and tradition of the Khasis, and we showcase traditional dance, and we used to call the Shat Maste, the Shat Sukman Sale, and we also used to showcase our rich food.
I'm very, very happy to be here. Whenever the issue of nature lover or beauty of the nature comes, the real lover of nature is sincerely, I can say, Adivasi people, we can say. Adivasis are the real lover of the nature. They never destroy the nature. They taught us how we live with the nature. In fact, I am from Karnataka. That too I am from Mysore. My missus is from Coorg. I will take entire, including our CM and rest of the all dignitaries. Definitely I will take you, all of you to Coorg, all council members. Thank you, sir. 100% I will take you. You have to see the environment. Same situation, same either dress code, whatever they have been weighed here, same system and same tradition, food culture is same, and everything is same. I won't find even I think 1% of the difference between their style of living and whatever we are able to find here. It's all gold grace. And most of the hilly area people, I think, they are supposed to, I think, live like that only. But in case of issue comes to me, I am from Mysore. Mysore in the sense that place also you have to visit. It is also a wonderful place. It is an international world tourism hub, I can say. But we being Mysoreans, it is very difficult to say any other place any other place. It is more beautiful than Mysore. It is very difficult to say, being a Mysorean. Parks in our area. One is Nagrole, another one is Bandipur. We have two major rivers. One is Kaveri, another one is Kabini. We have one bird sanctuary, world famous bird sanctuary. World famous bird sanctuary. We have a palace, wonderful palace in the city of Mysore. We have been ruled, the kings who have ruled, we people not less than 300 years. And if at all you are able to see a Jew, number one Jew in the country, actually that is in Mysore. I being a Mysorean, it is very difficult to say this place is more beauty than Mysore. But after I come here to Meghalaya, it is inevitable for me. I have to accept the truth. It is really, Meghalaya is really heaven, I say. It is really heaven. You are living in heaven. And whenever the issue of Ayurveda and medicinal plant comes, I have been served as a forest minister, Government of Karnataka. I know the importance of forest. And when I was the MLA during 94, I was in the standing committee on forest. When I had come to Parliament during 98 first time, by that time also I have been requested the Honorable Speaker, Mr. Sangma. Of course, he was from this area. He was the Speaker of Lok Sabha by that time. I requested him personally to place me in the Standing Committee on Forest. By that time also I have been served in the Forest Committee only. And when I got an opportunity to be the minister in the state government, I have been requested of the Honorable Chief Minister to allow me to serve as a Forest Minister. Because I know the importance of forest personally. Because I also belongs to that area. And my brought up is from that area. Totally forest area. So whenever the issue of Ayurveda and medicinal plant comes, I have been studied the entire history of India. Yeah, I am very proud to say, if at all the Ayurveda hub, if at all medicinal plant hub, you can say first place always goes to Meghalaya. Is it true? Oh my God. This also I cannot imagine. Going to girls' house after getting married and stay there.
Yes.
See, this is the actually beauty of Meghalaya. This is a God grace. Our forefathers, actually, they have been built up a society in such way, they have balanced everything. And regarding democracy, our gentleman, he was telling, you see, 700 years, 800 years back, if at all you are able to see the true democracy, democratic way, how things have functioned here, that actually, that credit goes to we people. Being Adivasi people, they have been accepted a true democracy. They have been adopted. Ultimately, they have been cultivated and continued. Now, you are the actually people, you have to carry all these traditional values, moral values, and whatever you say, our forefathers, they have given to we people to have a healthy society. Whatever contribution given by them, we have to continue it in the interest of to have a healthy society, to find a healthy society. But two things I have to make it very clear. All you young people are here, whereas in case of education, we are lagging behind here. In that way, whatever to be done, to give proper justice to the younger generation, in that way you have to think very seriously, particularly education. They should not be deprived. Any amount of risk you take, we are with you. And the present CM, Mr. Sangma, is also a very nice man. I know that family since 26 years. His father, he was a speaker. By that time I was in the parliament. I know this family very well. So accordingly, the matter of whenever the education comes, that too particularly younger generation, future generation, they should not be deprived. They should not be neglected. Their justice, we have to give it to them. We have to think very seriously beauty of the nature here. And one more thing, I'm very proud to say, I have to study a few more, and you being senior persons, you have to enlighten me in that way. Some of the senior men, as soon as I had come here as a governor of Meghalaya, after taking my oath, some of the senior men, he had come to me, just only it was a courtesy call. He being a senior person, when I was talking to him casually, by that time he made me one thing clear. You see, Mr. Governor, you go anywhere in any part of Meghalaya, show me even a single beggar. Show me even a single beggar. You won't find even a single beggar. You go anywhere in any part of Meghalaya. It is not any joke. It shows the self-respect. How much you people command. Self-respect. You have given more priority to that other than any other issues. Self-respect. Things should not comment to us. We have to comment these things. This is the actually, it shows your way of life. Way of life. And moreover, I came to know that also Honorable CM and rest of the people belongs to here, you have to make it clear to me, whatever I have been heard after coming here. This much I came to know, this is a female-dominated society. Is it true? It is a female-dominated society. But in our area, it is not like that. We are first. Women next. But here in Meghalaya, it is not like that. It is a female-dominated society. They have been respected more than men. Shows the beauty of the society. And one more thing I have to make it very clear, that also you people enlighten me. Here the property right, ancestors' property right, ultimately it goes to the youngest daughter of the family. Is it so? Is it so? Is it true? Yes, ultimately the youngest daughter of the family, she is going to be the owner of the entire property, ancestral property. In our area, even you cannot imagine. You cannot think of it. You cannot think of it. And particularly in our area, as soon as we get marry a girl is supposed to come to our house. But here I have been heard that as soon as we are going to get a girl, boy is supposed to girl's house. Take care of younger generation, giving proper education and educate them properly. Let them come up in that way. That one thing I can say, and second thing, I make it very clear, cottage industry, agro-based industry, don't bring anything from outside. I was a small-scale industry minister also, Governor of Karnataka. So keeping that in mind, agro-based industry, cottage industry, self-help groups are here. You people conduct workshop for them. We can bring any people from Delhi, any officer, any trained man, whoever you wish. I will say that most of the ministers in the central government, they are good friends of mine. They are my colleagues because twice I was the member of parliament. So I know many of them. Even Shobha Karanlaje, small scale industry minister in the union government. She is from my state. She is almost like my younger sister. I know her since 25 to 30 years. Supposed to bring Shobha, the minister, small scale industries, in view of developing cottage industries. You tell me at what time you have to bring them here. All the central government officers and ministers. It is I take the risk and we ask them to come here. We conduct a workshop from here only. We start that workshop from here only. In that way, two things. We have reached to work at home, our sisters. You allow them to work by holding cottage industries. It is an earning source for them. And younger generation, education, that we should not forget. And when I had come here, you have treated me like your brother, senior brother. You have treated me like your own man coming to this village. That hospitality and concern you have shown towards me, I never forget. Whatever the respect you have given, whatever the actually honor you have been made, that I never forget. I wish you all the best. And again, whenever time permits, definitely I come again. We will be with you. Let us work sincerely for the upliftment of the society. I make it, even after taking oath also, I made it very clear. I have no personal agenda here. I am the governor, I have no personal agenda here. And throughout my life, I am a non-corrupt man. I have been served as MLA, served as MP, served as minister, served as MLC. Personal life, I have nothing personal. Only to serve the nation, serve the society. In that way, whatever cooperation you seek from Raj Bhavan, in all that angles, definitely we are with you. Let us discharge our duties. Whatever responsibility we are holding on our shoulders, that sincerely we have to carry it.
Generally, this type of house is still used. We are just samples of what they have in the respective ilakas and
because during the times of like epidemic crisis or anything as such, we would be using this sacred forest to be more of a temple or a church or a holy place which we would be conducting this business. Okay, we have been preserving this forest for the last 600 to 800 years. But till today it's still considered preserved and untouched. In a sense, nothing is allowed to be taken out from this forest. So this rule is not only applied to visitors who come to this cave, but also to every human being who comes to this forest. Okay, so in the
history of the forest.
It's good also.
Yes, good also. And it provides job for the youth.
Oh, 100%.
And the best thing is when we have guide services, we are not allowing people to go here and there.
Okay.
And now I also actually
Ultimately, however you guide, they have to follow it.
please try not to destroy other plants which are here.
Try to walk within the
Because when it comes to a forest which is as dense and thick as this one, the growing process for these smaller plants is actually quite difficult. Because there's no presence of chlorophyll which can just part of it. We also have one of the sacred trees which is for the Hindus. This tree right here. So this tree, in a common name they call it Rudraksha. Rudraksha tree. So in a botanical name it's called as Elaeocarpus robustus. So this one is quite old, it's never bearing a fruit any longer. Otherwise by this time it's actually the flowering season. So it's almost end, when it comes to the flowers almost end, then it gives out fruit. So fruit is an edible fruit where mostly Khasi used to eat it. We also used to make pickles out of the fruit. And when it comes to the Hindu culture, they actually use it as a sacred item where they wear it as an ornament. Yes, this one. I know, sir. I would also like to show you some which is from the forest. Come, show you more. This is one of them. We have one tree.
Ah, yes.
This is one that we collected here and it's actually broken. But we still have some more which are still there inside. And one thing, sir, about these sacred things, even a lot of valuable things which are there inside the forest. But here we have, what you say, like, we actually believe that nothing can be collected from this forest.